Well, well, well. UFC 324 has ended, and I've got some thoughts. So here's my quick recap of the UFC 324 card. I'm gonna start with the early prelims, and then we're gonna get to that juicy main event. Opening up the card, we had Ty Miller versus Adam Fugit. This fight went exactly as expected. Ty Miller handled Adam Fugit easily. But Adam Fugit had a few moments, landed a few good body kicks, split him open with an elbow. And then Ty Miller just like buzzer beater round one knockout. Completely just flatlines him. Nasty KO to start the card. Next up on the card, it was supposed to be Ricky Tercios versus Cameron Smotherman, but the fight got canceled because Cameron Smotherman had a really bad weight cut and collapsed after making weight. So that fight got canceled because the commission wouldn't sanction it. So instead, we had Josh Hockett versus Denzel Freeman. Denzel Freeman has no enemies. Clearly, I asked him where his sword was. He said I didn't need it because he threw no strikes. He threw 8 strikes, landed no strikes, got mauled the entire fight, failed to take down, and Josh Hockett was just way faster. It hits really fucking hard. Uh, Basically put him in a 2.5 minute long combination of just mauling him. And with 1 second left in round one, he lands a nasty body kick that folds Denzel Freeman in half and middle fingers him. Like throws up a middle finger and walks off while Freeman is doubled over, unable to continue. Now, next up on the card, we were supposed to have Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez, but some more iffy betting stuff happened. Third time in 3 years, this is starting to become a problem. And the integrity commission or whatever, like the committee of like game integrity, called UFC, said, hey, the fight lines are changing way too much right before the fight. There's something fishy going on here. So the UFC canceled the fight. And the rumors are Alexander Hernandez tore his Achilles. Next up, my worst prediction of the year so far, Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Everything's looking good. Charles Johnson's landing a couple strikes. Alex Perez steps through, catches him in the pocket, drops him bad. Charles Johnson spends the next 2 minutes fighting for his life. And, veteran heart to stay in there and do the right things to try to stay with it. But Perez has been around way too long. He knows how to take his time with this. And he found the strikes to put him down again and again and again. And it was so bad that, like, even after the fight was calling off, Johnson didn't know the fight was called off. So while rocked and wobbled, he shot a double leg takedown. Like, the veteran's grit in this man is truly, truly commendable. But I'm glad Alex Perez got a win. I thought he was going to get humiliated by Charles Johnson. I hate that that's my most viewed video, by the way. But I'm glad Alex Perez has a win because he looked terrible against Oscar Mabayev. Charles Johnson back to the drawing board. He's probably going to have to kill 3 more prospects to get another shot up the rankings. But what's new? Next up, I'm so fucking glad Nikita Krylov is back in the win column. He beat the brakes off of Modestas Bukauskas. Genuinely schooled him. Round 1, round 2 was really taking over round 3. And then in the last 10 seconds, Modestas Bukauskas thought he was Max Holloway and tried to do the point down to the center. And Nikita Krylov spun his head around and flattened him out cold with 3 seconds left in the fight. A third buzzer beater on the card. Next up, we had Atiba Gautier versus Andre Pulayev. People are calling Atiba Gautier a fraud, even though he clear as day won 2 of the 3 rounds. Clear as day. Rocked and dropped his opponent like 4 times in the fight. Like, he wasn't only credited with 2 knockdowns, but he was getting like 3 or 4 knockdowns. Sure, he wasn't landing that much. Yes, his defense leaves a lot to be desired. Bro, I'm telling you, at middleweight, like Andre Pulayev is like one of the few people who could actually like move around defensively and take that kind of beating. In the first 10 seconds, Pulayev almost got stretched out cold, like genuinely. And for the entirety of round one, Gautier was just landing whatever he wanted. Round two, Pulayev was landing more strikes, but Gautier dropped him badly again. In round three, you give it to Pulayev, of course, but like Gautier still had some really, really good moments. His defense is questionable, but Gautier is everything we thought he is. And he's only 23. Bro, he's like 23 years old. Stop riding. You'll let him grow as a prospect. Next up, we have Davison Figueiredo versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Cut them both. Cut both of them. That was a terrible fight. Davison Figueiredo did nothing, but of what Umar did, he didn't do much either. Few flicky kicks out there, couple takedowns, no ground and pound. I just gotta say that, no ground and pound. Just some flicky kicks to look nice. Couple takedowns, some ground and pound. Most of his takedowns got stuffed, by the way. Davison Figueiredo was stuffing takedowns left and right. And I just hated that Davison Figueiredo decided, let me start throwing crazy, like, power shots with 5 seconds left. But that moves us to the main card, where I did amazing on the main card. I did amazing on the early prelims. It was this preliminary card, the regular prelims, where I was, like, really bad. But this main card, Gene Silva versus Arnold Allen. I'm surprised Arnold Allen survived this fight. Uh, Clear Allen round one, very close and competitive. No, I mean, clear Silva round one, very close and competitive round one. Could have gone either way. No. Arnold Allen won round one. It was a very close and competitive round. Silva might have stole it at the end, but I thought it was a clear Arnold Allen round one. I'm looking through my notes because I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember Silva winning that first round. But round two, clear Silva round. Silva beat the brace off of Allen in round two. And in round three, I genuinely don't know how Arnold Allen survived that round. Silva was landing the craziest combinations he could directly on Allen's chin, was beating the fuck out of him, literally dropped him, rocked him, and stood on his back, and jumped off. The Battle of Tism has been won by John Silva. Next up at women's flyweight, we had Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. This was a close and competitive fight, but I thought it was a clear Natalia Silva win. I don't really understand why so many people were saying Rose. I thought Silva landed the bigger strikes in the round one and dominated the third round. You can give Rose round two, clearly. Round one, domination from round one was close and competitive, but Silva landed a couple head kicks, was starting to tag Rose a little bit on the feet. But round three was domination. There was a moment where she faked going for a single leg step through with a side kick to the face. Actually, like, humiliating. It was crazy. Very fun and entertaining women's MMA fight. I'm glad the fight happened. Then we had Derek Lewis versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Derek Lewis did what Derek Lewis normally does. No good setups, really. Just kind of swinging hooks until something lands. And if nothing lands, then oh well. And that's basically what happened. I mean, there was a left hook he landed earlier, like in round two, but by that time he was kind of gassed out. And Waldo just kind of picked him apart at range, using that jab, salsa around that range. Derek Lewis had some cool moments where he showed that he was being way more technical than normal. You know, he was slipping some punches, trying to rip back punches. But the way Derek Lewis throws punches, he's just always short on his punches. I don't get it. I don't understand how like Derek Lewis is always short when throwing punches. But That was that fight. Like, oh yeah, and then Waldo KO'd him with a jab, and Derek Lewis couldn't continue. That happened, and it was weird to see. But that brings us to the co-main event of Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. This was not a robbery. Sean O'Malley wins this fight, wins rounds 1 and rounds 3. The reason why I say O'Malley wins round 1 is because when you go back and rewatch it, Song Yadong landed no strikes to the head, no strikes to the body, and just 10 leg kicks. O'Malley landed like 60% more and landed to the head, to the body, and to the legs. Like, I can't give somebody a round when you didn't even land a single punch to the head. Round 2, clear Yadong round. Round 3, clear O'Malley round. O'Malley dominated round 3. Beautiful performance. Beautiful performance from Sean O'Malley. And now he's back in the win column. And the UFC are going to try to give him a title shot. I fucking hate that. I think Sean O'Malley should fight Corey Sandhagen or Umar Nurmagomedov. And in the main event, oh, we're so back. Genuinely, like, before I put my own bias on this, one of the greatest fights of all time. Truly one of the greatest fights of all time. I'm going to read you some of these stats because it didn't make sense. Gaethje landed 200 of 313 total strikes. 144 of 254 significant strikes. He got 3 takedowns. Paddy was 0 for 5 on takedowns. Threw 311 significant strikes and landed 156. Yes, he landed more significant strikes than Justin Gaethje. Did not land as many total strikes, but threw more total strikes. Landed 170 to 326. And Gaethje officially got 2 knockdowns. I'm telling you, that shit was closer to 4. Justin Gaethje battered Paddy Pimblett. Like, it looked like I took a time machine back to 2018. Because Gaethje was throwing no leg kicks, was just in the pocket, scrapping for 25 minutes straight. And Paddy had some moments. Like, Paddy won round 3. And there's an argument for Paddy winning round 5. Rounds 1, 2, and 4 were so one-sided, so dominant, that you gotta give it to Justin Gaethje. Hell, round 1 might be a fucking 10-8 round. Round 2 might be a 10-8 round. It was bad. Justin Gaethje was beating the brakes off of Paddy Pimblett. And I guess Paddy Pimblett was not lying. Scousers don't get knocked out. I don't understand how Paddy Pimblett survived the beatdown that he took in round 1, in round 2, in round 4. Some of the shots Gaethje landed in round 3. Some of the shot combinations Gaethje was landing in round 5. But at the end of the day, Justin Gaethje legitimately just beat the brakes off of Paddy Pimblett for most of the fight. So he wins. Very clear decision. Very, very clear decision. Other than that, no, it's been chill. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad the UFC's back. And next week we get Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez, which is probably Volkanovski's retirement fight, and that makes me sad. But until next time, I'll catch you later, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoying Paddy Pimblett getting his chain snatched. It's the Daywalker MMA, and I'll see you later.